Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Becca. I'm the music teacher who blogs over at beccasmusicroom.com, and I talk a lot over here at YouTube about both teacher tips, teacher life, and teacherpreneurs, so people who have their own businesses and are also teachers. And the best way to do that is to be very organized. And so I am going to do a lot more planning videos on my channel just because that is a huge part of my life and how I keep everything together, and I assume probably a lot of yours. So if you enjoy this video, please make sure you hit that like button down below so that I know that and keep making them. Feel free to leave any comments down below and let's get started. So I use a two-fold system for my planning. You can see over there in the corner I have my full focus planner, and then this is my bullet journal. So I am bullet journaling for the first time ever this year. So if you know anything about bullet journaling, you probably want to go find someone else who knows more, but I'm very new. This is my second month doing this, so I know a little bit about what I liked and didn't like from last month, but I'm still kind of experimenting. One of my experiments is this cover page. Last month I did not do a cover page, but I thought I would try it this month just to see if I like having that little like, here is the new month kind of thing. So for my cover page, I'm going to have my month name, obviously, and for February I decided I wanted to do like a penguin theme. Why? I have no good reason for that. I just love penguins, and so I was like, you know what? I think penguins would be adorable. So I made these two little penguins down here. They're not super fancy. I just used two Tombow markers, one in black and one in gray. And then I went over them with this little watercolor brush to kind of smear the lines a little bit. To be honest, I have done this before with other colors, and I remember them smudging better than they did here, so I was not super happy with how they turned out, but it was okay. Then I used a blue marker to make like a little iceberg and some pink markers to make three little hearts in three like different shades, so it's kind of like an ombre effect. And then I went to work putting the title of the month. Now, you can see I did this in pencil first, and obviously there is a reason for that because it did not take up as much space as it should have, so I'm glad I did it with pencil first and didn't go straight in with marker. I almost did, but I stopped myself. By the way, if you are thinking my voice sounds really weird, that's because it does. I have some sort of like sinus infection at the moment. That's making this much harder, but I wanted to make sure I got this out before February because it's not very helpful like after the month already started. So I'm just putting like a little line above and below with that like medium pink shade, and that'll work. Oh, did I mention that water brush? It's a Pentel water brush, and it's actually the travel size, so it's a little bit shorter, which I like because it fits into my little pencil bag really well. On the other page, I put a quote. This has nothing to do with February and nothing to do with penguins, but I like it. It says, "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different?" And that is from the book Prince Caspian by C.S. Lewis. I love the Narnia books. Read them all last summer. Highly recommend if you're looking for just like a fun thing to read. And they're pretty quick to read because they're short and they're, written for children. So, that's helpful too. If you're not a child, it goes pretty quickly. So that's mostly my cover page. I'm going to come back in a second. Oh, wait, no. First, I'm going to erase all of the marks. So here I'm erasing. I feel like normally the Tombow markers will let the pencil erase really well. This particular one did not do a great job. I wasn't super happy with how it left some of the marks underneath the color. But even if you see, like, I erase where the blue is and it comes off on the blue but not on the pink. So I think that might have just been like that particular pigment thing. And then here I want to show you all the markers that I used and all the supplies that I used. I'll link all of this down below so that you don't have to try to remember everything. So next up, I'm doing my calendar spread. I use my calendar specifically for content planning. So this is where kind of the business side comes in. This is where I plan out what YouTube videos I'm going to make and when they're coming out, and any blog posts and any other things that need to be put onto a calendar. They all go in here. You'll see throughout this video, I do a lot of flipping back to last month to see kind of what I did there. Sorry, my head's getting in the way, y'all. Left-handed people write the strangest ways, and so sometimes I just gotta get that angle. I'm like trying to keep it really straight for you, but I turn my paper so much that I'm having a really hard time making it so it's straight for you, but also that I can work. I mean, I like pretty much put my paper perpendicular from where I am instead of parallel like normal people do. So still trying to figure out this calendar. You can probably tell I messed it up because at the top I counted 5 bullets instead of 5 spaces. So like the bottom one is a lot bigger, but it's all good. It's all good. Then I went through with like my blue marker on the brush side and just made these little, I don't know what to call them, headers, I guess, and then wrote all the numbers in here. Again, I'm not going to put all of my tasks and stuff. That's actually what I put in my full focus planner. And if you want more specific, like how I divide up my planning between my full focus planner and my bullet journal, let me know and I will make that video. Actually, I would love that. Y'all, I love planning almost as much as I love, no, probably more than I love reading, as much as I love reading. I don't know. I geek out about this. So what I do for my videos is I take a little sticky note and I actually cut it even smaller. So I cut it into like quarters and put the sticky side on there. And so I write the name of the video I'm going to put up and stick it on there. And I love this because I change my mind sometimes and I'll be like, oh no, I'll, add an extra video in the middle of the month, or I'll do whatever. So this way I can switch them around and move them if need be. Ideally I would just do it and then be done, but that's not gonna happen. So then at the top, I decided to use these sticky notes again, just to make life super, super easy so I didn't have to draw little boxes, for the 4 things that I always do in my planning. So I always write goals under 1, so that's like how much money I want to make, how much stuff I want to sell, that kind of stuff. And then blog post ideas, and what's the next one say? Products, I think. For Teachers Pay Teachers. And then underneath, I keep track of my social media. This is probably really strange, but each week I just write down how many followers or subscriptions I have on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of those kind of things. And I really like this because it helps me keep things in perspective, so I can see like maybe over Christmas break I didn't get a lot of sales because I sell teaching stuff and it was Christmas break. But I did gain a lot of YouTube followers, and so it just kind of helps me like balance things out in my brain, and I can see like, oh, I put a whole bunch of YouTube videos up and now I got a whole bunch more YouTube subscribers. Coincidence? Probably not. So after I just wrote all those down with the date of like the Sunday of that week, I went through with my light pink marker and just made like a little box around here. Y'all, this ruler is from like high school, middle school? High school? I don't know, something like that. Then I added one more that said to do, and then I also added one more, did I put it in here, for ideas for next month. Oh, well, I'll show you that in a second. First, I'm showing you all my little tiny sticky notes. So you can see, I think I'm switching to a different upload schedule. I think I'm gonna do Sunday and Wednesday is my current thought. My other thought was Tuesday and Friday. So if you have an opinion, Sunday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Friday, let me know down below. The blue are my blog posts. I wanted them in a different color so I didn't get them mixed up, and I have switched to only doing 2 a month, which is so sad because I've been writing 1 a week every single week for like 2.5 years. It's been a long time, y'all. Long time. All right, so on my next page, I am trying some different things specifically because it's February. I don't know about you, but for me, February is a struggle bus. Like every single year, February is just when things are very difficult, especially as a teacher. Mostly as a teacher is what I'm talking about. So, first, I'll pause on that thought. I'll come back to it. Right here, I want to show you what I'm doing. So, for my trackers this month, I am doing like a little month, and I'm going to color in the days on the month. And so this is like a stamp set. So this is like the rubber you stick it on the little hard thing. And look, I got ink. Last time I was out of ink and had to use marker, and it was a hot mess. Anyway, so February is a really tough month for me in general. Usually, like, the kids are crazy, a lot is happening. It's like getting prepped for testing, which I teach music, so I don't test, but it's still really stressful in general. So I'm trying to kind of combat that with a couple different things. So on the left side of this page, I'm doing a line a day. So each day writing like the highlight of my day, and then I'll show you something on the right side as well. So these are like specifically trying to like get my life together. For the trackers, I track 4 different habits, not a ton. Some people videos I watch of these will have like 10 habits. And I'm like, you are crazy. So I have 4. I have waking up on time, working out, playing the cello, and reading. And I wrote on the side like how many days I should be doing them. So like wake up on time is every day, but workout is like 4 days a week, and then like cello is 3 days a week, and reading is every day. On this other side, I'm showing you, this is my other self-care tracker. So I wanted to have like an envelope, and the envelope was too big. So I ended up taking this paper, cutting it in half, and then folding it up. And what I'm going to do is, it's called like 29 Days of Self-Love, because this is a leap year. And this is something I saw from another YouTuber. Her name escapes me because I just started following her. But she put this in hers, and she starts it and like does a hashtag. So basically every day you write down something that you love about yourself, and it's a little bit like woo-woo for me because I'm not usually into that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna try it this month because again, February is just really difficult, and I think that will help. Then I drew a little penguin on the side. You know, these penguins take like 12 seconds to draw, and they just make me so happy. So the next page, this is something else that I have not done before, because again, it's like my second month bullet journaling, so I could say that about a lot of things. So this is basically a brain dump page. I'm labeling it thoughts because I don't like the brain dump title. I just think it's silly. So it just says thoughts at the top, and then I did some little doodles. I didn't realize that my left side was out of the frame for that. Sorry, friends. And then I did a little border with my light pink marker. I'm liking the light pink and light blue combo. I think it's really cute with the black. Anyway, so this is basically just for anything I want to write down. So things I want to remember, things I want to do next month, ideas that I have, quotes that I want to write down, like anything, I'm just going to stick in here. I didn't have a place for that last month, and so I'm trying it out. We'll see if I like it or not. This year's like an experiment. So then I went ahead and did my first weekly spread, and y'all, I'm super lazy. So what I did is I went back to my January ones, and I counted how many spaces I used there and did the same. So I used 6 little boxes, and I don't actually put my to-dos in here. I put my to-dos in my full focus planner, but what I use this for is my first box I write my goals in, and then every other box I write what part of my Bible I read, if I have any thoughts about that, and then 10 things I'm thankful for. And this just helps me start the day off with like a nice gratitude and reflection about the day before, and reading my Bible and just stuff like that that just make, you know, things a little bit nicer. So you definitely don't have to do this. I like it, and I like having, you know, this specific place to put them. So my actual like things I need to do go in my full focus planner, but that's what I do here. I went back to my cover page and added little eyes for my little penguins. They're so cute. And now we'll do just like a nice little flip through so you can see everything straight through. I'm really happy with this content planner. I think this is going to work out really well, by the way, in case you're wondering. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. Also subscribe and share. I would love to make these like monthly because I enjoy them and I think they're fun. And again, I love planning because planning is what helps you keep your whole life together. So super, super, super important. I would like to instill that into all of you. All right, so here are my two planners together. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful week.